You can tell I haven't done that in a while. Forgot how short the intro was. Welcome to the Confederation. I'm your host for the evening, Moose. Before we get started, please remember, as soon as I get it sent in the chat, I'm off my game. The views and opinions expressed on this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor any divisions, brigade, camps, or subsidiaries. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? Wow, my camera's all over the place. My timing's off. Before we started, this is going to be a great episode of Look Around the Confederation, as always. Got a bit of news. We do not have a guest tonight. With vacation, I felt it was unfair to invite guests on, so I I was waiting until this week. So after this week, we'll start going back into our regular routine of news, guests, and of course, I would remind everybody, if you have a camper division project you would like to talk about on Look Around the, please email us. We get slammed with requests. So the earlier you send it is what I'm trying to say, the better. There's a better chance we'll see the email, and there's a better chance of course, you being able to get on the show. Of course, always send in news. It has a special folder that it goes to every time. I try my best not to miss any news. If you could send that to me, I would say just before 2 p.m. the day of Look Around, even. That would be very beneficial. See Victor Smith in the chat. Hello, Victor. How are you? Carl Jones, the man, the myth, the legend, Faversham. Miss Linda, how are you? Mr. Elliott, Mr. John, nice to see everybody here. Michigan sent us a lovely last-minute story that I cannot wait to share. It seems very interesting. I hate to say it, but it was a bit last. I had to glance over it. So I will be learning that bit of news with y'all. And of course, as I said tonight, since we don't have a guest, we're kind of taking things a bit slower than normal. Hello from Kentucky, Saint. I'll get it out eventually. St. Louis, Chris, how are you, man? Mr. Jim, Mr. John again from the. Yes, Victor, I did get your news for your camp. Victor, I think you have a guest coming up. I think I talked about it already. If you could just confirm, I couldn't remember. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, and so my memory is not on top of its game tonight. But hopefully, sooner or later, I'll get back in the swing of things. Mr. Sean from Look Around Southwest Florida, how are you, man? Oh, I meant to swing in on your show Tuesday, but I've been catching up on farm work as well as SC work and SCV chat work. I've been flooded since I got back from my vacation, but that is a good thing. Busy hands is a good thing. John, don't worry about it being a bit late. I'm just happy I saw it and was able to add on to it because it's a great story from what I did read and what I saw in the picture. So I'm looking forward to it. Because I've got no idea what it's about, to be honest with you. I didn't get to read that much of it before I had to edit it for tonight's episode. Got a lot of Florida people in the chat tonight. That's a good thing. How you doing, Floridians? Whew. But we will be starting to get guests back on Look Around. We kind of slowed down purpose with us coming around national reunion, and with me being back from vacation, I will start planning to have guests. We will be getting back to normal sooner or later. I know it feels like ever since reunion we've been a little bit less planned than we normally are, but usually that happens for us anyway. We try to plan so far ahead. Me and GCB plan like for months in advance, and something always happens. But speaking of which, I do need to text GCB and remind him that we do need to plan a bit of future episodes. Victor, yeah, y'all are moving strong right now, Florida. So, congrats to you. Always good to do a segment on events, Mr. Sean. I truly believe, I always felt like SCV chat is very fluid on what they talk about, on what we talk about on there. ACG chat's pretty fluid too, staying usually in Texas, but also the Army of Trans Mississippi. I say ARSO look around is a bit more in stone. We cover camp, division, news, and projects. Jim, I've never seen Harry Potter or read a Harry Potter book, so I've got no idea uh, what that quote is. But I man, I keep going blank tonight. I'm rusty. I was only out of here for a week. You think it'd been much longer, but yeah. So I'm very proud of this show for sticking with our proud, but it can be a bit challenging sometimes when our criteria is just camp, division news, and camp and division projects. But I also believe so much we need to put a spotlight on these things, and hoping to grow Look Around even more this upcoming year, this upcoming season. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to some hard work. I have some people I have talked to in the past about coming on the show, so I am looking forward to having them on. We got a good bit of news, but not too much, I would say. Um, so I'm trying to stall and talk with y'all. If you have not, I will plug Monday show because I was very proud of Monday. Go check out our Monday show. We talked about youth recruitment. It's a topic that has been close to my heart. It is a topic that I have started going around to camps and speaking, hoping to start speaking at some more camps shortly. Mississippi wise, anyway. I don't have the budget to go out of state just yet, but I would love to start revising it, adding a couple more things now that I gave the talk on the Monday show with it. So, and I have some new ideas from y'all. So I'm very happy that the Monday show went great because I get to pick everybody's brains about it. Jude, you're correct. You were correct. We need to know these things. We need to know all the good that the S does. Jim, that should be the actual quote of SCV chat. I won't say it live on air. Thank you for blipping out the cuss word. That saves me from having to delete the comment. So thank you for that. But that is the most relatable comment I think I've had on here. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor. Carl, it said, Okay, Carl has an announcement. For those who don't know, Carl Jones will be, I guess, guest hosting. I think the term would be on Mondays, or is the third Monday of every month, kind of your show now, Carl? Me and Connor haven't got together for an update. We've been pretty busy this week, so I do know you're going to start hosting a episode of SEV Chat every Monday or every third Monday. So Carl wanted to announce in October, the third Monday, his guest will be Professor Ryan Walters to discuss President Grover Cleveland and his initiative at Southern Reclamation. Whew, man. Yeah, let me keep that up there for a minute. That sounds like a great episode. If I could talk, it probably would sound greater. I'm probably, again, I still don't understand why they gave me the Thursday show, considering I have the worst pronunciation of the group. But that would be an awesome episode. Carl, if you could give me a short write-up of that for a description. And let's see here. Let me look at the SCV chat schedule real quick. Okay, that's a bit off. For some reason, I didn't register October. I registered September. If you could, Carl, though, still send me the description, and I'll have everything kind of ready for when you want to start promoting that. We're going to try to start promoting episodes a bit early. That's usually been on me, so my apologies, but we will be promoting that one heavily. It sounds like a great discussion that I'm already looking forward to. Mr. Sean, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to thank me. I'm happy to help out. We all are in this battle for our heritage together, so I'm happy to see that your show is reaching new heights. And I'm happy. I'm looking forward to seeing how this new idea of yours works out over on Look Around to Southwest Florida. Speaking of which, on Tuesdays, uh, Mr. Sean hosts Look Around Southwest Florida. While it is not an official SCV chat show, we like to look at it as what would you call it? A spinoff, I guess, or something on that lines. Mr. Sean, that's all him. We have nothing to do with it, but it is a great show. I've been able to watch it a couple times. Sadly, I've not been able to get on Facebook and watch a lot of online episodes recently, but it's a great show. I've watched a couple of them. Uh, I'm not even from Florida. I have not went to a lot of SCV events in Florida, but I still find it intriguing to know what's going on in our confederation. And of course, uh, thank you, Mr. Sean. It's a branch. It's a branch off. Same genre. We'll call it that. But he does a great job there, and of course, I love seeing these ideas grow and continue to go around the confederation. I would love to see something in almost in every division, something like this with SCV chat and look around being more national. It's the dream, and of course, we can't do everything by ourselves, and so it's up to all of us as the members to do this together. And so I hope that's one of my dreams one day, anyway. All right. Is there anything we need to talk about before we get into the news? If you cannot tell, I'm trying to stall as long as I can, basically. That is a running running problem we have on here sometimes. I try to give y'all a good hour's worth of content, but there is good news, some great news. Hence why I'm saving it for the end as a reward for y'all have to deal with my hosting. Good evening. Uh, no, I said the disclaimer. We might talk about the disclaimer because there's a lot of people that don't know why we do the disclaimer. June, my vacation was phenomenal. The only problem with it that it ended and I have to start working. That is my only problem with my vacation. And we talked about it Monday. And again, if you did not see Monday's episode, I'm begging you to please go by. Give me your thoughts on it on youth recruitment. Again, I'm picking everybody's brain on the subject right now because the talk I gave is the talk I've been giving to camp. So I'm going to revitalize it, add a lot of things that I think are great ideas and what will help with recruitment even more. You know what that is. And so that way I can keep going around the camps talking on this topic. I'm not doing the same topic over and over again. Keep ever evolving it with ideas and life lessons that I learned along the way. Um, yeah. Connor talked about it Monday. I'm notorious for when I take a trip. It's a week in the summertime every year. It's usually in August. I probably will have to stop doing it in August, considering my future occupation, which is teaching. I'll probably have to move it up to July or June or something like that. But I'm notorious for being extremely hard to reach during that week. I rarely get on social media. I don't check my emails. I don't answer my phone. Connor, the first year we did SCV chat and I was gone. Again, SCV chat was founded in July. And so if the trip is in August, the first week of August, we had barely been up and going for a month, maybe 2 weeks of SCV chat. And like the third episode, I'm not there. It's I think it was pre-recorded, maybe I can't remember, but I wasn't there. Yeah, Connor, Connor forgot, so he blew up my phone. I didn't answer. My phone was turned off, and then the second year, last year, something happened. There was a problem. There was a producing problem, and Connor was trying to call me to figure it out. I think we all didn't know who our guest was, and so my phone was getting blown up. And I text Connor that Monday our how to solve the problem, who our guest was, and Connor was like, "Thanks, figured it out." And I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome, buddy." But yeah, I'm notoriously hard to reach. Connor doesn't even call me during the beach trip anymore. I will answer for my father out of respect and how I was raised, and I'll tell my other family members that I made it down safely, and even they won't hear from me for about a week. And when then they'll get a text and I'm back at the farm, and that's how they know I'm back in town. But yeah, Connor doesn't even call me anymore when I'm at the beach trip. A lot of people try to contact me this year. I feel bad for him. At one point, I just let my phone die for about a day. That's just how I am at the beach. So I feel so bad. I think Connor had a question, but he didn't even bother to ask. He asked it when I got back. Howdy, everybody. How are you from South Carolina? How are you? Jerry, Mr. Jeff. Uh, let's see here. But okay, we're getting a good little crowd now. Did we? Am I live? My computer just looked like it froze. It's the reason why I sighed. It's just one of those things with my setup right now. The running joke is I need to get a new computer. Let's see here. Am I live? Testing. It's an SCV chat tradition. Jude, I don't know if that hurts me a bit because Connor was the one that did this. He had the worst Wi-Fi known to man, and for reference, I'm at my my hometown, which is a very very small town, and the Wi-Fi is not very good. I'm from an old school country town. I live on a farm. This ain't my house. This is where my dad's sister grew up. This is her old room. But when I was in Oxford, I had only one person on the Wi-Fi. That was me. And now, every time I come home, everybody tells me how I freeze up. My screen looks awful and blurry, and like I'm in SD, standard definition for people who don't know. But yeah, no, it makes me mad sometimes because I messed with Connor about that for like season one if you've been around for that long, and now it's me and it bothers me, man. You're live here in London, England. Wow, good to see you people in England chatting in. Victor, I will not bring back the bed. I was trying to be comfortable. I was trying to lay in a bed, and I got like harassed online. Cousin Vinny asked me every week if I would be selling the bed. He private messaged me how much I would send him for the bed. I'm like, this isn't even my room. I own nothing in here. I pay for nothing in here. I don't pay for anything in this house because this is not my house. Oh, hey, Paul. Good to see you in the chat. The legend, everybody, the past commander in chief, Paul Gremlin Jr. Let's give a big congrats while I am thinking about it. Miss Linda is now home. She's recovering. She's doing a lot better from what I've been told from the updates. So let's give her a big round of applause. She's amazing. I love her to death. I got a picture of her. Let me see if I can pull it up in the Moose Mania, folks. Yes, cousin Vinny, God is good. Cousin Vinny, Victor, God is good. I will not sell my bed for $25. Louisiana division, always good to see the Louisiana division in the chat. Let me move that off the screen. All right, maybe now that won't break. It's 1 a.m. in London. That is impressive that you are watching. I don't know if I would be watching. Quick, I wanted to share this picture.
The genius of Robert E. Lee is why it took Grant so long to take Richmond. Grant said he intended to fight it out on this line if it takes all summer. he stayed on that line about 3 days. It is Lee's generalship in defensive warfare from the Rapidan to the James is near miraculous. It's as if he lived in Grant's mind, knew what he was going to do before he did it.
All right, so I was trying to play that. I wanted to share this picture of Miss Linda in the getting out of the hospital. And again, please continue to pray for her, though. Yes, Mr. Charles, all right, thank you for that comment. Keep praying for Miss Linda. All right, now that I got this fixed. All right, sorry for the slight echo there for a second. But I just have to bring it up that Miss Linda has always been my supporter. And so I am just so ecstatic that she is out of the hospital. She is looking good, healthy. Um, and I can't say anything else other than praise the good Lord. Um, Praying helps people continue to pray. And just God bless her. I'm so happy she's doing better and it's at home. She's resting. It's a day by day thing, but she will be better. And I will be seeing you, Miss Linda, very soon. And I cannot wait to see you. But let's see here if I can pull that up. All right. Yes, please keep praying for Miss Linda, and thank you, Miss Commander Gramlin, for coming on. And I hope you were able to show her that and let her know that we all love her and we all miss her. It brought us so much joy to see her in the chat Monday. I mean, so much joy. David Pope, I don't think I've seen you in the chat, man. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. A minute. There we go. Let's see here. Amen, Carl. The wise words of Carl Jones, everybody. But yes, glory to God that she's home, she's safe, she's doing better, and keep praying for her recovery because it's a long road. We got another past commander in chief that's just stopping by. We have the Lone Ranger, Commander Chuck McMichael. I believe we have y'all's camp event coming up to talk about. We will be talking about that in a minute. I know you can't that. I am trying to stall a bit tonight because we don't have a guest yet. I'm trying to get back on the swing of things, and I'm just talking to y'all at the moment. See here. Oh, Cousin Vinny's in the chat. How are you? David Pope still at his other veterans meeting. That's Mr. Pope. You enjoy yourself. You have a good time. And we will be here on replay when you get back. All right, let's see. I think someone sent stars. Let me go double check on that real quick, and I will thank you for that. And my side monitor just crashed. It's good to be back. Victor, he hadn't even said anything yet, man. You gotta be nice to old Cousin Vinny. Until he talks about veganism. Then we attack Cousin Vinny. Well, let me go ahead, and while I'm thinking about it, let me get the link or not the link, but the message ready. All right. So, as you all know, the museum is asking for help, and this is an announcement from Army of Tennessee Commander Jimmy Hill. He has been phenomenal in how he's been doing with the museum. The museum looks completely different. It looks amazing. I am extremely happy that Commander Hill is in charge of this because I have the utmost respect and the utmost trust that he will continue to make the museum a great place and a jewel for the Confederation. Thank you, Chuck. I will save your message. That way we'll talk about that in a second. But they need. I can't do it all alone. So, in the museum, there will be these tiny QR codes. And what you can do is you can scan those for more information. Because as you know, if we tried to explain every single detail like we would want to about the war, we would need a lot bigger museum, a lot bigger property, properly. We we're all historians here, so we all take great pride in what we know. So, with that in mind, we will have these QR codes for people who want to learn more after seeking our museum. For example, I'm currently writing the one on Beauvoir. So after on the after war part, it might drop by. This is what happened to Jeff Davis after the war, or in a short biography of Jeff Davis, or our one and only president. He will bring up the point that his last home was Beauvoir. Well, what is Beauvoir? Be a little link I will have written, hopefully, if they accept my work, a history of Beauvoir, and more information. So that's what they're asking for. I'm putting the link. I'm putting what all they're asking for in the chat right now. I tried to talk about it once and tried to, read out the whole announcement once, and it got interesting, to say the least, with my pronunciation skills. So we will. I'll just post it in the chat. Look through that, please. If there's something you have great knowledge on, or something you feel like is calling to you to write, please write it. As I said, I'm taking a shot at Robert E. Lee and Beauvoir, but again, that doesn't mean you can't do it. My work might not be appropriate. It might not be good enough. So everybody needs to do something in order to help out the museum here, because they could take different parts from this stuff. I mean, it's all about helping out the museum, and that's what's important. So I am looking forward to hopefully you chat heads participating. But please get in contact with Commander Jimmy Hill for this. If you need to get his contact information, I'm pretty sure we can get you in touch with him. So that is a quick bit of an announcement for y'all. Please read through that in the chat on Facebook and YouTube. They're in the chat. YouTube's a bit broken up on their cap for words, so it might take you a bit longer to read it on YouTube. But there's a good bit of stuff they're asking for, so there's something for everybody to do and something for everybody to help out on. So there's a lot of topics there, and this is just the start, people. We want to build. I mean, we want to be the authority on Confederate history, don't we? On Southern history, not just the 1861 to 1865, but all. So, in order to do that, we must have knowledge. We must have historical accuracy, resources to back our sources to back up our knowledge. So please do help the museum out and write one of these. Mr. Jimmy Hill will probably be someone better to talk to about this. But if you need help getting in contact with us here at SCV Chat, we'll be happy to help you get in contact with him so you can ask questions. And of course, with him being a national officer, all his phone number and everything, I'm pretty sure is on the SCV webpage, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to take a Pop-Tart break early. We're going to get into the news. And then after that, I guess we'll hang out for a minute and call it a good show. So without further ado, let me see here. I think, did we put that in here? No, we did not. Well, remember, let me get this ready. I'll post that in the chat real quick. All right, our Pop-Tart break is sponsored by our past chief, Mr. Larry McClooney's books. Specifically right now, In Defense of General Beauregard, a great book that is almost like a court case in defending General Beauregard, who in recent years has been heavily criticized. This book is a great read for people interested in any Confederate history. If you've had negative thought about General Beauregard or criticisms, this book is a great book for a almost historical debate. If you have always been a fan of General Beauregard, I would suggest getting the book so you could fight off that harsh criticism poor General Beauregard gets. Uh, Great book. He has a couple other great books on there. I know there's one on Vicksburg. Uh, Wait, what? Are we good? My feed's still up. Someone, I think David Pope said my feed's been breaking up. I'm going to keep going until someone tells me that I need to go back and explain what we're talking about. But again, for right now, Army of Trans Mississippi's in the chat. How are y'all? On here. That is cool. But again, they have a book. He has a book on Vicksburg. A great book. That's one of the first books I bought when I got to college because he was, I think, then Lieutenant Commander in Chief Larry McClooney. That's how long ago that was. Was doing a presentation at a camp that I went to, and I bought the book. I think it's the first time I ever met the gentleman. But a lot of great books on there. Link is in the chat. Please go check out our past Commander in Chief's books. He writes phenomenal books. Again, I would heavily ask you to check out that Beauregard book. Phenomenal book. We did a whole episode on this book, so you will not be wasting your time. Victor, there will be no moose facts on my show. Carl did not pay for my advertising. Carl, there's two separate advertising signs for Monday and for Thursday's show. You did Monday, so there will be no moose fact on Look Around. As long as I am the host, I will not do moose facts about either myself or actual mooses. Just got the I almost forgot about Yazoo Pass. Thank you, Mr. John. Yazoo Pass, I believe if GCB is correct, it is one of the only books on the Yazoo Pass. And so I definitely would highly recommend that. You know, the more you know, the more you can expand your knowledge. And of course, it never hurts to know more history. So without further ado, that is who our sponsor is for this Pop-Tart break. Please check the link in the chat, and I will see you after this Pop-Tart.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost. Stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Oh, I love that commercial. Death! I would love to see that on a much bigger scale. Of course, I would love to see that go viral on SCV Chat's Facebook page. Even just viral recently, and I think I just got rid of all the trolls. Oh, that was a time and a half. But we're going to go ahead and get into the news. We got about 30 minutes remaining in this episode. So I would like to go ahead and get into the news. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. And of course, with news comes great events. So we have a lot of good events coming up, especially this rededication. The rededication at Pleasant Hill, Louisiana, October 29th will be at 1 p.m. History awaits you. This is the rededication of the monument there. It is stacked to be a good event with more news coming out shortly. They kind of wanted to go ahead and start getting the word out there, so a lot more news will be coming shortly. I am hoping to attend this event. I love a good monument rededication or just a new monument going up. If Carl's on, he'll get this, but it always warms my heart. It legit fires me up so much for the cause. And I mean, everything I do does that, but this makes sense. There's just something special about seeing a monument go back up or see a new monument go up. I love seeing new monuments go up. It's just, I mean, it just hits me right at home. I've always looked up and loved monuments as I was growing up. So I hope to attend. Um, I believe I don't have anything CV school related that weekend, so I should be able to come. I might even, hitch a ride with my father, save me some money. But I think he is going, but I won't speak for him. But I hope to attend that event. I always love, as I said, to see a monument go up and to see a lot of my Louisiana friends. I have a lot of good people that I know from Louisiana. One of them, Mr. Charles Array. If you don't notice, I am just trying to convince Charles to come back on the show. No, it's good to see you in the chat, Mr. Charles, and I hope to see you down there as well. But that rededication ceremony, it's going to be phenomenal. I know it. I know the people who are involved. I cannot wait. And you better believe, if I'm there will be pictures and a good talk on it on Look Around the Confederation that next week. So I am looking forward to it. Next bit of news. Now, let me find it. It is all over the place. Let's see here. All right. So there's a lot more on this event. At the moment, right now, if you go check our page, you will see a much bigger post on this. Anytime you see a poster on Look Around the Confederation, we repost with more information because, we have a cap limit on how many words we can put in every picture and stuff like that. And of course, we do have a time schedule. We have a lot of news, but the Battle of Skirrum Creek will be in Crossville, Alabama, September 24th to the 25th. There will be period settlers, no period vendors or non-period vendors, food entertainment, ladies' tea, and much more. And there's no reenactor register fee. So if you heard, let me say that again, just in case you didn't hear it. No reenactor register fee. Reenactments are always a great time. Of course, this event will be hosted by the Captain John Rayburn Camp 452. The address is right here. And of course, if you want more information, please tune in to our Facebook page after the show. These posts will be up and you can go and read more information about them. And that way you make sure you stay in the loop on some of the greatest and no doubt fun events coming up in the Confederation. I cannot wait for some of these events. I hope to make some of these upcoming events. It just depends on how the cookie crumbles, as always. But again, that's what I want to say. You always see if you can make an event. Always try to go support other camps because if we're not supporting each other, then we just see the enemy tearing us down. So if you can, please go out and support these great events. So if you're free that weekend, please go check out the battle, the first annual Battle of Skirrum Creek. So I will be hopefully uh, having some news on that soon from them as soon as the event happens. Let's see here. Carl Jones said a great thing about the host camp. He said the Rayburn camp is a great camp. They've become one of the flagship camps in the Alabama division. That is a tough division, people. That division is a great, fantastic division. So for them to be, cream of the crop over there, that means a lot. And so that also means it's a guaranteed good event. So if you can, please make it. All right, continuing with the news, have another event. Let's see here if I can. There we go. All right, the Valor Memorial Park is having a living history walk. The traveling Hunley exhibit will be at the park all day, Saturday, September 3rd. Come see historical exhibits, cannon, revolutionary patriots, Union Army, and Confederate soldier reenactors. The General Lee, the famous car from the Dukes of Hazzard, will also be on site. If you do not know much about me, know this. I am a big General Lee fan. I love the General Lee. That will forever be my dream car. If I can have a General Lee replica car before the good Lord calls me back home, it has been a successful life. They also have a movie night September 2nd at 8 p.m. of The Hunley, which is a movie I have been actually putting off to watch, sadly. I've been so busy these past couple months that I haven't had the ability to watch it, but we bought it when I went to go see The Hunley, which is a great exhibit, by the way. Absolutely loved it. Museum, the submarine is just phenomenal. So I am looking forward to seeing it again soon. I know I'll be going up that way soon. Victor, that threw me off my game, man. But again, it will be a good event. If I can make it, I'll definitely be there. That usually goes for any event that's happening close to me. I always try to make as many events as I can financially and with what I do because I love the SCV and I love doing all of this. And of course, I always love to support them. So please be there if you can. Coming up, we have some news from Victor, actually. Let's see here. Let's put this up. All right. The Private William Riley Milton, Camp 741 of the Florida Division, had 2 Distinguished Service Medals presented by 8th Brigade Commander Terry. Commander, wait. Oh, 1 second. It's scrolling on me. First, in picture now, was presented to 1st Lieutenant Commander Jerry Peacock, and the second medal was presented to Captain Reverend Victor E. Smith. So, congrats, gentlemen. I know that is a big honor. I remember, or I think I got mine this year. I don't think I made a post about that. Oops, I made to and wanted to thank everybody. Oops. But congrats on y'all's awards. I know you two gentlemen obviously deserve it. The Florida Division has been going absolutely crazy, doing a lot of work this year, and you guys need to keep it up. Always finish strong. Y'all have a good commander, a division commander, from what I've heard. I don't know if I've talked to the gentleman yet, but I've heard great things about them. I've heard great things about what y'all are continuing to do. So the Florida Division is going to continue to have a high future, especially with gentlemen like you involved. So you have it from the SCV chat crew. Congrats on y'all's awards. Let's see here. Wait. We got to mess with Victor now. Victor was wearing his official Florida Division polo shirt. Nice shirt. I believe you gave one to Jason, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know he was wearing it the other night, I think, actually. All right, we got one bit of news left. It's a good one. I hope to be able to do it justice. Oh yeah, let's talk about this because it is a great honor to get this award. The Florida Division Commander Calvin Hart won the Robert E. Lee Award. Um, for those who don't know, on the national level, there are two big awards. The first one being the Jeff Davis Chalice, and the second one being the Robert E. Lee Award. These awards are given to the outstanding top of the crop SCV members on the national scale. Those are the two biggest awards National gives out. So it is a great honor to win it. Congrats, Commander Hart. Um, I'm jealous. Not because I thought I was going to win it, but I'm jealous of any award that has Robert E. Lee's name in it because I always want it. That's my problem. But I'm just pulling everybody's leg. But congrats again. Happy that that you won it, sir. And without Carl Jones, thank you for reminding me. The other two recipients of the Robert E. Lee Award, Alabama Division Commander Mike McMurray, Ed Butler of Tennessee. Congrats to all three gentlemen. All three obviously deserved it. I'm so happy for y'all. So congrats from the SCV chat crew. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I know I'm not mistaken because I nearly busted out and cheered for this man for when he won it. But past chaplain in chief, Reverend Herman White, a real grandson and a man who has served the organization for decades, won the Jeff Davis Chalice. I was so happy that man won it. Has always been to him when I get the chance. A real grandson that still is working hard in this organization today. That's amazing, and we want to thank him for all his hard work and congratulate him on being a winner of the Jeff Davis Chalice Award. Let's see here. I think we are on our last bit of news for the evening. If I can find it. Let's see here. Get it ready. That is odd. I'll put that up there for a second. I seem to have misplaced a picture sent by Mr. Ricky. Let me see if I can get that pulled up real quick. I know I posted that. I know I did. Why it didn't load is another question. So let me get this up from Mr. Ricky. We got two more pieces of news, and we'll call it a night, everybody. Let me get that loaded up in here. But again, congrats to all the individuals, everyone that was awarded an award. Absolutely deserved it, in my humble opinion, especially out of those four great gentlemen there. So congrats to all y'all from the SCV chat crew. And let's get started working to next year, people. A healthy competition is very healthy. And everybody, it's okay to want to be the best. All right, so let's see here. Let me get this up real quick for Mr. Ricky. A Pennsylvania Vindicators Camp 828 cannon crew provided cannon salutes at the grave marking ceremony in here we go, in Glens, Virginia on August 13th, 2022. It wouldn't be an episode of Look Around the Confederation if I didn't mispronounce something. Mr. Ricky was contacted by the Camp Bell Guards commander and was asked to help out. Mr. Ricky also provided taps for the ceremony. Camp 828 are always willing to help other camps when they need our support if we can. There were 5 camps represented there, as well as UDC, OCR, and let's see here. Help me out here. Still scrolling. We gotta give it a minute, folks. Ugh. And mechanized cavalry. Uh, good to always help out other camps when they need it. People always good to go to these events and show support. Mr. Ricky always has some great news for us for Look Around the Confederation. So I always like to thank Mr. Ricky because Mr. Ricky always seems to know when I'm having a slow news week that we need something, and he'll miraculously send me something. So I want to thank Mr. Ricky. Thank you, sir, for always sending something in. And I guess without further ado, let me edit this. All right. So for our last bit of news, let's see here. All right. For our last bit of news, we are going camp that not many know about, from what I've understood, which is shocking. But let me put everything up. All right. This is going to be interesting. All right. On August 12th, the Admiral Raphael. On August 12th, the Admiral Raphael Sim Camp 1321 and the General Patrick R. Claiborne Camp 2257 was honored to host Chief Jason Bill Sears and his wife for a day in Jackson, Michigan. Members greeted the CIC at the Michigan Military Heritage Museum, where the Michigan camps that have sponsored exhibits to highlight the service and sacrifice of Confederate soldiers who were from the Great Lake State. Let's see here. It's there we go. I have to read it along with this. The scrolling part. My apologies. All right, here we are. We're back where we started. All right. The museum president, compatriot Scott of Camp 2257, gave everyone at the museum a tour, and the CIC hung out to chat and take photos afterwards. The camps took the CIC and Mrs. Boshears out for some dinner afterwards, where the CIC took more time to chat and answer questions. Michigan has had at least one camp in the SCV since 1975. This was the first time a commander-in-chief has ever visited the Michigan camps. A big thank you doesn't go far enough to express our appreciation, my apologies, to Commander-in-Chief Boshears and Mrs. Boshears for coming to visit, which Jason, that's the wrong picture. Jason is, I think he's going to be a phenomenal CIC, not just because I'm friends with him, but because I know he's the best man for the job. And again, if I was friends with you and didn't think you were the best person for the job, I hate to tell you, but I would tell you that. I honestly believe Jason is the best man for the job. I cannot wait to see what he does as Commander-in-Chief. And going out there to Michigan and seeing those camps, that is a great start. I cannot believe that they've never had a CIC out there. But then again, the CIC is a very demanding job, so I can't actually understand that. But I'm happy that the camps were able to meet the CIC, talk with him, hopefully change ideas. That's how we grow in this organization. That's how we better ourselves in these organizations, is talking together. So awesome. We've had a great night with great news. Again, that was the one that I I didn't have a chance to read before we got started. So I was hoping that I didn't have to spell check anything. I was hoping that I was learning along with y'all on that one. So I was extremely happy, is what I'm trying to say. Looks like y'all had a great time. I would love to see him one day. It sounds like it is a blast, especially if two SCV camps had a part in it. you don't see that often in museums anymore. So it has definitely piqued my curiosity, if that makes sense. Um, Mr. John, might even talk to you behind the scenes about how the camps have gotten involved, and maybe bring y'all on to talk about that. That might be a good episode of Look Around the Confederation. But without further ado, everybody, unless anybody has anything they want to talk about, I think we're about to be done for the night. It has been a great night as always with you, ChatHeads. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Let me kind of get everything situated. Remember to share this episode with all of your friends. And remember, we're now on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. We're all over the place. Make sure you share this episode, because if you don't, we're just preaching to the audience here, and we're not bringing in anybody new and expanding them. So please, 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 please share this episode. Get the word out. And remember to tune in Monday for SCV Chat. I believe it is our Hearth and Home episode where we bring on Executive Director Adam Southern to talk about the museum. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a Hearth and Home episode. I don't know why, but I feel like it's been a long time. So I'm looking forward to hear about the museum, all the great things going on there, and of course the stories about some of the artifacts we have there, the stories there. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you, Miss Linda. Would love to. There's. All right, Mr. John. Text my personal SCV page after this. We'll talk about it, and we'll try to set a good date. I don't know yet. I'll have to look at the schedule. I don't know if I even have the schedule here. I know how to buy a new schedule book, but I'll put this up for you, Mr. Pope. Make sure to check out the Dr. Freeman group. Great group. I learn so much in that group on a daily basis. I to participate as much as I would like, but I hope that changes soon. It is a great group. Love to death. Always learn something, and that's what you want. And so that's a great group. I'm gonna keep repeating myself until you get the point. But yeah, no, go check them out. They have Friday live streams. Those are also phenomenal. I don't know, other than the Dr. Freeman group, if anybody does a live weekend. I don't think we are doing a live stream of ACG Chat this weekend. I think it might be tomorrow. I don't know, to be honest with you. I need to talk to Christian about that and get his schedule. But you support those two great live streams coming up. And remember, again, to tune in Monday for SCV Chat, as we will be talking about the museum. And if you have a camper division project that you'd like to talk about live on Look Around the Confederation, please email us at scvyouthoutreach@gmail.com. And please make sure that you send your pictures, short videos, and write-ups to scvyouthoutreach@gmail.com, and you will be featured on the upcoming Look Around the Confederation. I have been your host for the evening. Thank you, guys. God bless. And remember, stay Southern, my friends. Have a good night.